Ramble.
Thank you to Base, BetterHelp, and DoorDash for sponsoring this episode.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of You Can Sit With Us. I'm one of your hosts, Matt. I'm here with Becky.
Hello.
We have Rainie on the ones and twos.
Hey.
And we have a very special guest. We're doing an office spotlight on Desiree.
Hello.
Welcome,
Desiree.
Guys, thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here.
We're so excited to have you.
Amazing.
Desiree, for the audience that doesn't know, who are you and what do you do at Second Try?
I'm Desiree, and I'm a production coordinator here at Second Try. So I basically help with any and all productions that we're doing. Making a call sheet today for our filming all this week, making sure we have the office all set to go because we're shooting in all these different locations in the office. So yeah, just kind of helping wherever I need to make sure this thing runs.
Sounds like you're like the glue that like holds everything together.
I try to be. I honestly just try to think of what Rachel needs before she needs it, so there's no issues.
Same.
Mind reader.
Yeah.
Mind reader. Okay.
How did you arrive at Second Try? What was your journey to get here?
Well, I went to school for broadcast journalism and IT, so yeah, kind of like.
So what does that mean, NIT? Does that mean you know all the background technology for stuff?
I did like information management and technology, so it was like two separate programs. Yeah,
okay.
Because my dad was like, journalism, like that, you're not gonna make money doing that. Let's have a real job that you can fall back on, which is like IT, and I'm not doing either of those things. I started in LA as a marketing assistant at a law firm. Actually, I started working at Target as a seasonal employee in LA. And then I got my law firm marketing assistant. And then I went to PR for production companies. Okay. And then I started working for MGM in their unscripted development. And then that's how I got here, is from MGM.
Unscripted development. So there are any shows that we would know that came out of that or no?
No.
Nothing was developed.
Yeah, that was kind of the issue. Is I was like, are we developing anything? MGM has like great shows like Survivor and Shark Tank and stuff, but they didn't seem to be developing much when I was there. Again, I wasn't there for that long. It was like a year during the pandemic. It was hard. It was all virtual. Like the day that I was about to start was the day that everybody started working from home. So I quickly got laid off, and then they took me back on, and then I said, never mind, I'm going to the Try Guys. So
like, changed my mind.
Yeah.
Never looking back.
No.
Are you originally from LA?
No, I'm from Vermont.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm an
Hello, Rachel girly.
Yes, yeah, Rachel's from Vermont. We actually are randomly getting a lot of crew from Vermont. Our DP Chris is from Vermont. He hires some Vermonters sometimes, so we're really getting like a deep Vermont roots
the
here.
Vermont pride is strong.
Yeah,
it's Vermont and Colorado are like
yep.
Rainie represent.
Denver girl.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of us.
Yeah.
No.
That's like a
Because you
shocking
guys are all
number.
trying to escape from those areas.
Yeah, we're all trying to get away from the cold and just
Yeah.
come to LA. Yeah.
Well, Desiree, you are so much more than just a production coordinator here at Second Try. Tell us a little bit about your life outside of Second Try. You are perhaps the best rugby player at the office.
Yeah, honestly,
I think you're the best rugby player I know.
Oh my God, thank you guys. I'm going to tell my coaches that. I'll be like, hey, so I'm the best rugby player, everybody they know, so I should be starting, right?
Yeah.
So I play rugby. I've played rugby since college, and I play for the Santa Monica women's team. This year we actually have like a Division I and a Division II team because this is the first year we've had enough people to field two teams, which is really exciting.
How many people are on a team? I don't know nothing about rugby.
So for one team, you have 15 people on the field at once, but you can you have 23 people on your roster. So once you're subbed out, you can't go back in, which is why the roster is so small, which is interesting about rugby. Unless you have a blood sub or something, you get a 2-minute blood sub or something.
What's a blood sub?
Well, if you're actively bleeding, you can't be on the pitch, which is what we call the field, is the pitch.
Okay.
So if you're bleeding, you can usually put a tampon in your nose or whatever it is, and then you come back on.
Whoa.
How many tampons have you put up your nose?
I have, but not during rugby. But I have put a tampon in my nose before. In the middle of the night, I think I got a bloody
So
nose.
there's
I'm
46 people.
Yeah, I think we have at least
That's a lot.
50 people signed up for our team.
Wow.
But it's hard for we have this upcoming weekend is going to be our first season game. So we have a D1 and a D2 team. But right now, because it's a long weekend, it's going to be MLK weekend. Like the availability of people is what makes it hard. So we actually don't have enough to field 2 teams, but the second one might be canceled because of the rain, because it's in Slow, and I guess it's flooded there.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Totally. So who are you playing against?
So our D1 team plays against mostly people in Southern California. So like Pasadena, San Diego, Belmont, which is like Long Beach. But we also play a team in Tempe, Arizona. That's like the furthest we travel. But like we have really good relationships with these teams. Like we go to Arizona, we stay there. Like they host us for the weekend. Wow. We all go out together. Like we're friends.
Oh, that's
like,
cute.
We like will murder each other on the field because like Tempe is like our rival. Like I want to.
They're your biggest rival.
Yeah.
Tempe
Like,
or wow.
But they're also probably like our closest team that we know. Like we also have people on our team that like played for Tempe. One of the girls on our team actually went and played for Tempe because she married one of the players on the Tempe team. Yeah. So it's like it's a whole thing.
I don't know anything about rugby. How do you play rugby? What is rugby?
You run forward, you pass backwards. You always have to pass backwards. You hit each other like
you use the little things, right? Don't you use the scoopers? Is that lacrosse?
That's lacrosse.
That's lacrosse. You have no equipment.
Rugby is more like footballish.
Yeah, so the only equipment you have are like cleats and a mouth guard.
Oh my God.
Some people, like if you're a forward, you wear a scrum cap, which like protects your ears when you're in a scrum. Because
What's a scrum?
It's when like 8 people on each team like put their whole bodies into each other. I really don't know how to describe it, especially just like audio. I'm like, I have no. Google it.
Okay,
you'll
everyone, your homework.
Rugby scrum.
Google rugby scrum. But it's just so people protect their ears with a scrum cap because you can get like cauliflower ear. But some people also just like tape around it. But that's like I just wear cleats and a mouth guard, and
the ball is.
The ball is like I think it's a little bigger than a football, like wider. But yeah, it kind of
it's like a fat football.
Yeah, it's like a chubby football for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, you have to pass that backwards. You can kick it. But then you basically just like tackle each other to try to regain possession. How do you score?
I was gonna say, have you ever gotten hurt?
I actually am coming back from an injury right now for preseason. We played our first preseason scrimmage, and the next day my knee was like blown up, and I don't know what happened. I thought I tore my meniscus, but I didn't. I just like cracked cartilage in my knee. So I'm back. I played my first week this past week, so I'm back to playing. But I was out for like a month for that.
Wow.
Because I didn't know what was wrong, and then you have to like get an MRI, like just like going to the doctor, getting an MRI, like all that stuff takes so long. So, but I'm better now. I have no idea. I woke up the next day. I will say we played a rugby game and then we went out in WeHo and we were dancing all night. So like I'm sure that on top of that, it's like I don't
compounded.
Yeah, it just really
And then how do you win a match?
So you score a try, which is similar to a touchdown, but you have to touch the ball down in the try zone, and like it can't just be like thrown in, or else it's not a try which is like the end zone in football. I don't know football very well, so I'm like trying to relate it.
Us neither.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
You don't know anything about sports.
Yeah. So you get like 5 points for a try, and then after you score a try, you can try and do a conversion kick, which is when you try to kick it between like the uprights, which are like goalposts, and for rugby. So you kick that and you can get 2 points.
All this like
for
UK
that.
language, you know?
Yeah, it does. Yes. It's like very British.
Yeah, well, our coaches are actually from Australia and New Zealand. So they're like, but like they've been playing rugby our whole life. So we're just trying to like keep up with them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's cool.
How did you get involved with rugby?
So I played ice hockey growing up my whole life. It was really big in my hometown. And I played ice hockey like on the club team in college. Yeah. And so some of the girls on my team also played on the rugby team. And I was like, oh, you can hit people there. Because that's what I liked about ice hockey. But in women's, it's so stupid. In women's hockey, they have different rules than the men. So you can't like check. There are still ways to be like physical, but like I would get a lot of penalties all the time. But in rugby, it's one of the sports where the rules are exactly the same for men and women, no matter what, which I really like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah. that's how I got into it. And then and it's just so easy. Like I came to LA, like hockey, you need all this equipment, like, and it's all the equipment is expensive. But with rugby, you just need cleats and a mouth guard, and like that's how you just make your friends. Like I studied abroad in London, and I just like made friends by like joining a rugby team there. And then that's what I did here too. So yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah. How often do you guys, I almost said rehearse. How often do you guys practice?
We practice twice a week from 8 to 10 p.m. on Tuesday and Thursday.
That's a long day.
It's a long day. Yeah. And then after 10 p.m., you're like awake because you just ran for 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
So you're like, you have to eat and shower. And then you're like, when am I going to bed? So on those next days, I'm always exhausted. But then
Wednesday mornings.
Wednesday mornings and Friday mornings. I'm like, hello. But yeah.
When are you having a match in town? I feel like we should have an office.
We should.
That'd
I
be
need
really
to look
fun.
at the
I love
schedule about
Yeah.
when we're in town, because this weekend I'm not going to be at the games anyway, but we have 2 away games. But I'll look at the schedule and let you guys know, because that could be really fun.
You could put all the tri-fam in the tri-zone.
Yeah. Oh my
We'll make
gosh.
signs.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun.
But you do other sports too.
Well, so I play.
Didn't you do roller hockey, roller derby?
No, I just played ice hockey.
Ice hockey.
So like when I was back in
like roller.
Vermont for the holidays, like I played in like my high school alumni game.
Oh, that's
Which is it's really
Okay.
cute. We play it like it's like the alumni play versus the current team, like on Christmas Eve. So it's really fun because like when you're in high school, like you look forward to seeing like all of the girls that you know of that like played before you, and like you're like playing against them. And then like when you're older, you're like, I haven't played in so long, and I also haven't seen any of these people in so long. So it's just like nice to like get back out there and you know see how like rusty you are. And have the high schoolers skate around you, and I'm like, this is embarrassing.
But they don't check you, right?
No, they don't. Well, if anything, I'm like, am I allowed to like? I had to like ask like the high school coaches. I'm like, I play rugby now. Like, I feel like I'm gonna hurt them if I go full force at them. And they're like, they're fine, they can take it. But it's because they're faster, so they just skate right around me anyway.
Right.
I'm like, not as good as I once was, but it's a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you win? Did the alumni win?
The alumni did win.
Whoa.
Experience does trump.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Does Trump
I did.
youngness.
Hey, I scored too. Whoa! And I never score, so
Damn.
I'm a defender for hockey, so that's my main thing. But
Yeah.
I scored, and I'm not going to let that go.
Desiree, speaking of scoring, we have a running New Year's resolution for Rainie to get on Raya.
Oh God! Okay.
And we have heard through the grapevine
Yes.
that you are on Raya.
am on Raya.
Wow.
Tell us as much as you can without getting kicked off of Raya.
I mean, honestly, kick me off. Like, it's like, I'm on this, and it's like first of all, you see like these celebrities that like you're never gonna match with. I'm like, are you even
who?
am I allowed to? I don't even care. It's on Google. Like you could Google it.
Yeah.
I've seen like Halsey on there. I've seen like Ruby Rose on there.
Wow.
I've seen like some,
Paris
like,
Jackson.
yeah, Paris Jackson I've seen on there.
Whoa.
I've seen like random like professional like soccer players and stuff. Like those are the ones that I'm going for. I'm like, if you're a professional athlete, I'm in. But yeah, they never seem to swipe back on me, which is just so weird. So I just don't think their account's active.
They're probably not using it. It's a
They're just
Finsta.
like probably not using it.
Yeah.
No, it's just a lot of like hot people on there that just like really curate
So
their
what are
profile.
the criteria to be on there?
You basically have to apply with like your Instagram and like what job you have. And the jobs are really only seen like you can be in like media, entertainment, or like tech. Like it's really weird. You have to like put like what like industry you're in, and then from there you have to have like references. So like people that are already on Raya
I was like,
can be like,
she was a horrible date.
yeah, no. You just basically be like, I know this person, and they're like your referral. I don't think you have to like say anything. You just be like, yeah, I'm referring that person.
Oh, okay.
So I did try to refer Rainie to get on.
Yeah.
But
Rainie?
I don't have enough clout for that. I don't think. I think they were like, okay, one try guy production person per Raya. But yeah. But like my friend who does PR was like my referral. So she probably has like, all those like famous people connect. Like I don't know.
I see.
That makes sense.
So she's definitely has way more clout than I do. But
Have you gone on any successful
not
Raya
on
dates?
not on Raya. No. The only person that I've actually had like like long enough conversation to go on a date with lives in New York. Like they don't do it based off of location.
Oh.
And so it's just like,
Well, this day and age, you should be able to go anywhere.
yeah.
anytime.
And like, well, you can see when they're
Bi-coastal.
like traveling and I'm like, I need a sugar mama to get me to travel
Yeah,
first. So I'm like, I can't. Yeah. So I haven't gone on any dates on Raya, but you also have to pay for Raya.
What?
Which is,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know you have to pay for it.
so you don't have to pay to apply, but once you're in, you either have to pay monthly, and I forget how much it costs, or you can pay yearly. And when I got my acceptance, I remember we were filming Zach's bachelor party. It was like early in the morning. I woke up and I saw I got an acceptance, and I was like, this is the best day of my life. And so then I was like, screw it, I'm going to pay for the whole year because I know I'm going to be single for at least a year. Like, I'm setting
Wow.
myself up.
That was your resolution.
Yeah, I was
Single
like,
for a year.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna like get in a relationship. So I paid for an entire year, which was like $130. But
I thought you were gonna say like $3,000.
no, oh my god,
130.
No.
I feel
Because
like that's
with that
a pretty good
the
amount.
math was like it was cheaper to pay for the whole year
Yeah.
than to.
Yeah.
I think it's like $20 a month.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not paying $20 a month for this. That I just couldn't do that. But here I was. I paid $130 for an app that I hardly use because I try like, and that you can only match with so many people before it's like you need to talk to your connection. Like it.
Whoa.
There's only so many people I see on there. Like I think I've seen the same celebrities over and over,
yeah.
and I'm just like, well, they're not matching with me, so give me new people.
Yeah.
Debunked.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Raya
saying. I was like,
debunked.
Raya's like, it's not that hot. I wouldn't renew my membership. But like, I'm also not like actively like, I'm not trying to find the love of my life at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying too hard.
Here on You Can Sit With Us, all of us are really big travelers. And that is why we need essential travel luggage to take with us that keeps our lives nice and organized and also looking a little stylish.
With the Weekender bag from Baze, gone are the days of having to sacrifice style for function. You're able to keep track of all of your clothes, work items, accessories, and more, and can easily transition from day to night.
I've actually had a Baze bag for a couple years now. I have their Weekender bag, and they are just so easy and convenient, especially for airplanes. What I love about the Weekender bag is it has a separate compartment on the bottom, and that's usually where I put either my shoes or my jeans to kind of give the rest of the bag a nice base for packing.
Right now, Base is offering our listeners 15% off your first purchase by visiting basetravel.com/sitwithus. Go to basetravel.com/sitwithus for 15% off your first purchase. That's BEIS travel.com/sitwithus. I hate realizing that I forgot something at the grocery store right when I get home, and I'm pressed because I'm trying to make dinner. I'm so glad that we have DoorDash now. Along with restaurants you love, you can now get groceries and other essential items delivered with DoorDash. Get drinks, snacks, and other household items in under an hour. Every time you place an order for pickup or delivery, you're setting off a chain reaction that helps give back to the people who make your neighborhood unique. From the 300,000 partners you can order from to the Dashers driving around. For a limited time, our listeners can get 50% off up to $20 value and zero delivery fees when you download the DoorDash app and enter code YouCanSit. That's 50% off up to a $20 value and zero delivery fees when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code YouCanSit. Don't forget, that's code YouCanSit for 50% off up to a $20 value and zero delivery fees with DoorDash. Subject to change, terms apply.
Okay.
So where else are you looking for love?
I use Tinder,
Okay.
Love.
Tinder.
which like I've had one success. Like I'm like kind of dating somebody on Tinder,
Love.
but just like very,
Love.
I'm
Love.
very single. Just like
You
going
heard it
on
here
dates.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you heard it here first. But like, yeah. Other than that, like,
Real life.
Yeah, real life.
Find people in
my
real life.
rugby team.
Rugby team. Rugby is the love of
Dating
your
through the
life.
rugby team.
I'm trying to stay away from. I'm trying to stay because that's where my ex is. Like I met her on the rugby team, so I also don't need to like bring that drama into it.
That's how many like couples / exes are on your rugby team?
Currently, we actually don't have. We have one couple, one like situationship. We have one rookie who's bringing the heat. Everybody who is into this rookie.
Trade of the season.
And it
Trade of the season.
Yeah, it's actually pretty entertaining. Like because like usually like you go out with the other team. Like we
Yeah.
were out in WeHo because one of the teams is from Phoenix. So like
Yeah.
we're like, let's show you WeHo. Some of the people have never like gone out. So like we try and go out with them as much as we can with the other team, and like just watching it all go down, them flirting. I'm like, I can't keep up. I'm not the rookie anymore causing the drama. I'm just like sitting on the side watching it all. It's a lot of fun. But yeah. As long as it doesn't affect the team, which it hasn't yet. And like everybody's mature enough to be like chill, but it's fun.
That's a good like drama-free zone, you know? A good spot to keep it.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite Try Guys video to work on?
Oh.
Not to keep it work related, but.
Yeah, no.
It's always a good question.
My favorite one.
It's always a good
It's always
question.
a good question.
It's the one that I asked.
Duh, Becky.
Honestly, War Live was a lot of fun because I've never done like a live experience like that. Like I did like broadcast journalism, which was live news and boring. But like lame. But like an actual like the live of that, I think that was really, really fun. And like the set deck was so pretty. I was obsessed with it. And I just love when we have great set deck. And like our production designer and art decorator are amazing. So like
now for everyone, what does set deck mean?
Oh yeah, so set deck was like all the decorations, basically like the stuff that you see in the shelves behind. Yeah, all the decor that you see like behind the shelves. Like the theme was very like New Year's and colorful. So we had like disco balls and like all these different colored glasses and stuff. Then we had like the whole like confetti cannon and all of that. Horrible to clean up, but a lot of fun.
I was gonna say, what's the cleanup like after something like
okay,
War
that
Live?
confetti cannon, it was like they had it shoot out, but it was over our shag rug.
Oh no.
So like first of all, trying to vacuum a shag rug to begin with,
Impossible.
not happening. Trying to vacuum confetti off of a shag rug. I was lucky that I wasn't there just hand and knees picking them up. We did end up getting a shop vac and it like worked out, but like it took a long time.
So crazy.
And I have a feeling we're using it for phoning it in too.
Oh no.
So I'm
Did
like,
you lift it up and like just smack
that's
it?
honestly a good idea, but there was furniture on it. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, but so that
Well,
part is hard.
were you like afraid anything was going to go wrong? Because that was like a lot of prep. That was a stressful event to prepare for, I feel like.
So afraid anything was going to go wrong? Not really. I think the live of it all, like coming from like a tech background is what scares me, because it's like, what if like there were
The internet stops.
Like yeah,
Like, what
but
if
there
a
were
server
wires
goes off?
everywhere. Like this whole
Yeah.
the podcast studio was like their whole like control station.
Yeah.
Like the Matrix.
Yeah, there was just, it was so much wiring.
Yeah.
Like we've never had this many wires running through the office. So I was just like, I mean, I can't control that. I wasn't doing anything with that. But I'm like, what if it just stops? Like that's like, that'd be the biggest thing. Cause like the guys in the kitchen, they know what they're doing. They fuck up and they're fine. Like I want them to fuck up. That's funny. Like do something wrong. Like, like I
mean, it's
like,
called Without a Recipe for a reason.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't do anything wrong that wouldn't be like good content, but it's just like the behind the scenes of like just making sure everything goes smoothly. But yeah.
Well, Desiree, we have a
game.
little game for you.
Okay.
You are in our You Can Sit With Us hot seat.
Okay.
The seat is warm. You can only answer yes or no, and you can only explain one answer.
Okay.
So everything else is just yes or no. Have you ever ordered takeout to avoid doing the dishes?
Yeah.
Does what happens in Vegas stay in Vegas?
No.
Have you ever cheated in a board game?
Yeah.
Same. Have you ever had a crush on a cartoon character?
Maybe? Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any regrets?
No.
Wow.
Ooh, no regrets.
Have you ever worn underwear 2 days in a row?
Yes.
Have you ever made a ridiculous impulse purchase?
Yeah.
Would you betray a friend for $1 million?
What friend?
Saucy. Saucy. Do you have faith in humanity?
No.
If you found out the world was ending in 30 minutes, do you know what you would do in those 30 minutes?
No, I don't.
Do you like pina coladas?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Where did that come from, Rainie?
My head. Most of them came from
My
a website, but then I was
head.
like, this one I'm going to add.
And then the last one, and then you could pick one of them that you wanted to elaborate on. Have you ever hooked up with an ex?
Yes.
Saucy minx. I think the one that I'm most interested in, what is your most ridiculous impulse purchase?
Yeah.
Impulse purchase.
Like, did you
A
get
cat?
Domino's and you fell asleep?
Oh, yeah, an animal.
Oh, no. Well, no, my animal was very much planned.
It was a planned pregnancy.
Yeah, it was a planned pregnancy for sure. Well, there was something that I just bought. Oh my gosh. I just bought this like almost $150 neon like heart sign, but it's like a legit, like I've always had those like cheap Target neon signs that like you can plug in with batteries and they die every second. But like for Christmas for myself, I bought myself a neon sign, and I was like, this is ridiculous spending $150 on something that's probably like, it's like 10 by 12. It's not that big, but I just wanted one so bad, and it's like a little heart, and it should be shipping on its way soon. And I'm really excited. Yeah,
I think 150 is like. Because I've watched videos of them making neon signs.
Like real ones are kind of,
and I really wanted a neon sign. I mean, I want a bigger one that like, set, but like, I'm like, I can't afford that. That's a little too much of an impulse. I don't, that's a credit card bill that I won't be able to pay, but like.
What color neon?
It's pink, obviously.
Love.
Yeah, pink.
Obviously.
Oh yeah, for those who can't see me, my hair is pink.
And
blue. It's like a little cotton candy vibe.
Love.
Yeah.
You always have really fun colored hair.
Yeah, I usually stick to the pink. The blue is a newer addition. And I thought I was going to switch out the blue to be like different colors. But I really like the blue because I get a lot of compliments on my eyes because my eyes are blue.
Yeah, it does bring it around.
So it makes it pop. And now I'm like, I guess I'm just going with the pink and blue then.
You're like now it's here.
Yeah.
Is it hard to maintain?
Yeah, I go to the salon every 6 to 8 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah. And if I go like longer than that, it's like more expensive because your roots are bigger. I actually go to the same hair guy that Miles goes to. I got.
Well, you guys have the same hair, so that makes sense.
You guys basically have the same hair.
Yeah. Well, like I don't know. Like he just like knew his like hairstylist through his wife, and now like his hairstylist works at this place called Bleach London, which it's in LA, but like they originally started in London. And like when I was studying abroad, it was the first time I bleached my hair. It was with them, and I got it dyed blue. My whole head was blue.
Whoa.
And then I went back to blonde. And then when I came to LA, I was trying to find a hairstylist. And then I like followed all of the ones at the like LA salon. And then I saw that one of them commented on Miles's like Instagram post. And I was like, Miles, how do you know this guy?
Oh my gosh.
Miles was like, he cuts my hair. So Miles and I have the same hair guy.
Miles is gonna come back with pink hair.
Oh my god, that'd be so good.
After the baby pops out. That'll be his dad hair.
Yes.
We have a couple minuscule problems for you.
Okay.
Because we like to give advice sometimes on this podcast. I mean, unsolicited and solicited, both. And so this one's actually solicited.
People
advice.
love to send in questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we asked them specifically to send in some minuscule problems because we're getting a lot of like heavy relationship questions, and we learned the answer to those mostly is talk about it.
Yeah.
So we wanted some like lighthearted ones. So this one comes from a gal we'll call C. She says, my minuscule problem is that I don't have any real inkling to ice skate or ski. I live in the DC area and will be attending college in Boston next year, where I know lots of people participate in winter sports on breaks and weekends. I feel like I should try these things out so I don't feel left out, and I haven't tried either activity since I was little. My friends here also don't really want to go skiing with someone who would probably need lessons and be on the bunny slopes, which I get. Any tips? Much appreciated. As a winter sports girly, what's the first
This is the question
step?
for you.
Well, I think I know that C mentioned the ice skating around the holidays. I know the holidays technically wrapped up, but there's always like those like holiday pop-up rinks, at least like in LA.
Oh, yeah.
I know on the East Coast they're probably like there all the time, but like that's a really good time because mostly nobody there can skate. So that's a really good time to just like, and they're usually pretty bad skates anyway. Rent a pair of skates, go with your friends. That's a really good thing to do. Also for the skiing thing, you don't have to go to ski. You can like après ski.
Oh, that's true.
Like go on the bunny slopes for like however in the morning, and then you just après ski and you say, meet me in the lounge. And you're sitting there with your little hottie toddy or whatever it is, and you're just like having a good time.
Chilling.
Yeah.
How did you learn to skate? Who taught you? Ice skate.
I mean, I went to like skating lessons since I was a kid because my brother, we were actually predominantly a skiing family before my brother started really liking hockey. So then hockey kind of took over our winters because my dad skied and he taught me and my brother how to ski. And then, my dad, like I was probably in skating lessons at like 3 or 4.
Oh my gosh.
That is so
Probably
cute.
could skate better than I can now.
I don't think I've ever I went on ice skates once, I think, in my whole life.
Wow.
It was like in high school.
Whoa.
Never since.
It's hard. Ice skating
It
is
is-
tricky.
Yeah.
It seems really hard.
It's like way
Same with
harder than like
skiing
rollerblading
seems
and
hard.
stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for bundling up? Because when I went to Boston for college, like this listener, I never learned.
Well, you want to start.
bundle
Well,
up?
okay, Rainie. You say that, but Rainie comes. I'm gonna out Rainie. Rainie comes into work in shorts and a tank top, no matter the weather.
Yeah, I do.
Like
That's
it
Rainie's
could
True.
be
She's in
snowing.
shorts right now, and the rest of us are in sweaters because it is downpouring outside.
Yeah, so I can see why Rainie never bundled up because she just.
I just hate clothes. But I mean, I guess
Yeah.
the long coat
a
was
long,
huge.
long coat is key. You need
Yeah.
a long coat and just like layers because as soon as you get somewhere, you're gonna be sweaty. Like as soon as you're inside, especially on
Yeah.
the East Coast, they just like blast the heat because it's so cold.
Yeah.
So just layers. You want a light bottom layer and then you get heavier as you go on. But
Yeah.
like also like hats, gloves, and a scarf because your neck always gets cold and people don't utilize that little neck part enough.
They forget about it.
Yeah.
Did you know your
And
neck
boots.
is actually the hottest part of your body?
Really?
So
You
that's
think
why if
so?
you have
Thank you.
like a scarf, yeah, then it keeps the heat. It's like the most efficient way to keep the heat.
I thought it was
Turtleneck.
if you cover your ears.
I thought it was like your head
I
and
thought it
your
was just up your
toes.
head, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a
Conflicting
source.
knowledge.
Yeah, what is your
What's your source? Maybe could be wrong. Could be wrong.
I also think
Wow.
for winter in those like crazy cold places, if you're from somewhere that's not cold, a good tip is that your cold weather clothes will never be cute.
Yeah,
If they're gonna keep you warm,
Yeah, they're not gonna be cute.
like ugly and like thick and puffy and like not in a cute way.
yeah.
Whereas like I feel like once I moved to LA, I was like, oh my god, I could wear so many jackets here.
Yeah. No,
Right.
literally
any jacket that I want.
I fly back to Vermont in like this like feather pink like jacket and I'm like freezing and my dad gives me, he's like, here's your long winter jacket. Like, and my LL Bean boots and I'm like, okay, thanks.
From like a sporting company in
Seriously.
Columbia.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you say go to the ice rink.
Yeah, go to the little holiday ice rinks.
Practice on the ice rink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could also like get a lesson at the ski slope.
Yeah. Yeah. I think lessons at a ski slope are like also the bunny slopes are like they're underrated. That's fun. I've been on them when like, you know, the little kids are better than you. But if you can at least find one other friend, just find one
Yeah.
who can't
Yeah.
ski, you guys will be solid. You'll be going together.
Yeah. Also in Boston, it's actually kind of hard to get to a ski slope, so you probably don't have to worry about it.
You're
where
saying
would you go
so you're saying
skiing in
concentrate on
Boston?
skates.
Okay.
You'd have to go to. Do you ski in
Like
New York?
Vermont.
Vermont? Do you ski in
Yeah,
Vermont?
I mean, I ski.
You
Yeah,
in
there's
Vermont?
ski resorts in
Yeah.
Vermont. That's
Yeah.
where I ski when I'm in
Little
Vermont.
River or whatever.
The White River.
Lazy River.
Lazy-
White
Lazy
River.
River.
It is White River. It is
Lazy River.
Lazy river.
Well, if you actually,
That'd
if
be
you,
pretty
I want to
cold in
be
the
on.
winter.
That's where I'd be.
if you go up to Jay Peak, which is in northern Vermont, they actually have an indoor water park. So like you can go ski.
fun.
See, go to Jay Peak. You can go skiing, and then the next day just go to the water park. They have a lazy river and water slides and
100%.
all of that fun stuff.
Water
Beautiful.
slides are really fun.
Yeah.
Endorsement by Rainie. Water slides are
Water
really
slides
fun.
have my vote. Okay, what's the next one?
This question's actually for Matt.
Oh.
So you need to open it up, Matt.
Okay, I have it.
It's a test for you.
Okay, it says, hello, everyone. Matt, since I just learned you studied linguistics, can you pronounce my name? Only 2 previous strangers have gotten it right on the first try. One of them was a linguistics major. And that's her name?
Yeah.
Alena.
I'm gonna say Alina.
Yeah, I would probably say Alina too. Is it
What
like
about-
Elena?
I was going to say
Elena.
Elena or Elena. Yeah.
Elena or Elena. I mean, she didn't give us the answer, so
Did
we're
she give
never
us
gonna
answers?
know.
That's true.
Maybe she'll write in and let us know.
Yeah, DM us and let
Elena.
us know.
Elena?
Elena, Alina.
So there's a lot of questions. Well, actually, I was Googling questions you're too afraid to ask your mom. And then what came up, questions men are too
She's
afraid.
like, I was on TikTok and
Questions men are afraid to ask women.
oh, you scared, Matt?
I'm afraid. I'm running away.
How uncomfortable is it to wear a tampon? How do you know when you have to change it? Do you get some internal sensation that lets you know when it's time to replace it? do you time it? How do you know?
Get a tingly, spidey sense. Our fingers start to go numb.
I wish.
Yeah, right. It's like we'd avoid a lot of overflows, I think, if we had a special sense to know when it was full. I think a tampon should never be uncomfortable. That's how you know that it's not in correctly. Or maybe your vagina just doesn't want a tampon in it. Mm-hmm. And pads are an option.
Yeah, they do have lots of options.
They have lots of options these days.
So the answer is like you try and do it like once every 6 hours.
It really depends on the flow that day.
Yeah.
Some days I'm just like
The flow. Sometimes I'm like every like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, and you really you guess. You're just like,
but don't leave it in too long. Because then you're going to get toxic
Septic shock.
syndrome.
But sometimes if it's a light flow and you pull it out too early, that hurts.
tank.
So
yeah, that's not fun either.
you just gotta
know.
Mm-hmm.
Do women
No
put
thanks.
deodorant in their boob pits?
In your boob.
like underneath the boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. If you're a bigger chested galley and they flop over in the summertime.
Have you ever heard of boob pit?
Matt's tickled by boob pit.
I use like deodorant on my chub rub, like in between my thighs. I now have like a specific, like I actually have a anti-chafing chub rub thing that I do use.
Oh yeah. Do you have the Mega Babe one?
I don't know what it's I don't know.
That one's really good. It's from Target.
Yeah, that's what I use. But if not, I literally use deodorant in between my legs if I'm wearing shorts or a skirt or something.
Yeah.
Do you have crushes on random people you encounter that you don't really see anything developing with? Like someone you see every day but don't really talk to for whatever reasons?
Yeah.
That was so fast. Like elaborate, like the Starbucks barista or like
Literally.
Oh my God. Wait, yeah.
The McDonald's,
like-
the McDonald's person.
The coffee commissary barista. I don't even drink coffee. Coffee commissary, I only go if people at the office want it. Like they don't even have like, at least at Starbucks, they have like cute little like drinks or whatever that I can get that aren't coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee commissary, no, I have to get a hot chocolate anytime I go there. But there's this one barista there that I see like every once in a few months and I'm like, you're a cutie. But yeah, I don't ever talk to them or do
Could
anything.
today be the day? Could any day be the day?
It could be any day.
Or
Coffee
you want to
commissary.
keep her at a distance.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I haven't been in coffee commissary for a while, but that just made me think. I was like, yeah, I have a crush on that
you're
girl
like,
for
you need to
sure.
go.
Yeah.
Just like,
Coffee
actually,
commissary
everyone-
also hires like models.
Really?
Like I don't know, but I feel like everybody who works there is like so weirdly beautiful.
Weirdly beautiful.
People
Yeah.
say that about this office too.
Yeah.
That's what they say about us. Everyone here. So
Right?
Well,
yeah, I would say I don't have that sensation.
you don't? Oh my God.
I see cute people in the world. I say, oh, that person's cute.
Yeah. I just love having a random crush.
Yeah.
Give me a fixation.
That's
Crush
what we have
it.
Matt for.
Crush it.
This is like, I just had to like process this question. I go to the gym and see women wear these sports bras that have like 10 straps. While I think that's cool style, I wonder how they put it on and not get tangled in the straps.
Can confirm we do get tangled in the straps.
Can confirm. Tangled.
It's
my
like
God, these
confusing
questions
sometimes
are so
to put them
funny.
on. Do you wonder
10
these
straps.
questions?
Yeah. Does this keep you up at night?
I haven't wondered any of these questions at all.
I know this is going to seem weird, but how do you control your pee stream? It's easy as a guy, but I'm not sure if it would be.
Why would it be different?
Isn't it the same? Isn't it the same? Like,
I'm pretty
you
sure
just
it's
hold
the same.
it.
Yeah.
Use your muscles.
You just bend your penis. Is that
actually
what he
roll.
means? You roll it up. Is that the secret we didn't know about men?
Yes. Exposed.
What kind of common behavior makes a guy seem creepy or unattractive?
Any behavior.
All of it. All of it. I don't like being touched by strangers.
yeah.
Really just anyone who like touches me too frequently.
Or for too long.
Yeah.
Lingering.
A lingering hand always
Ooh.
creeps me out. Not for me.
Why do many women have an overabundance of pillows in their homes? Couches, beds. I get 1 or 2 for comfort, but I've seen women have over 5.
Why do you have so many pillows?
I'm honestly, I sleep alone and I have about like 7 pillows on my bed. I like a pillow like when I'm sitting on my bed and I'm not in it yet, but then I have to then when I'm going to sleep, I have certain pillows I like to sleep with.
Yeah. Do you remove pillows from the bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I remove pillows from the bed. I unfortunately just throw them on the floor. I used to have like a little couch to put them on, but I changed rooms, so I have the smaller room now, and I just don't have a place for them. So I just yeet them to the floor.
Oh, we had this question from our podcast earlier, which was last week, where we all wore the same clothes. And it was just me and Matt. Since you moved rooms into the smaller room, did you do anything supplemental, like with the rent, or did you get any perk because you got the smaller room?
I have the better parking spot. My roommate's parking spot is like right by the trash can, and it's like inconvenient because like it's like the door. She has to like you have to like keep the door open, and that's how she gets like there. She has like the more inconvenient parking spot.
Okay.
But I also just wanted to get out of that room because I lived in that room with my ex. So I'm like, I don't care. You can have the bigger room.
Yeah, you want the vibe.
Also,
to stay
the
there.
smaller room
New
has
juju.
like better lighting too. Like it just has more natural lighting, and the other room is darker. So there's
Good
like
for all your Raya photos.
yeah, exactly. And then the smaller room actually has like a full bath, and the bigger room doesn't. It just has a shower, which is weird, but that's just how my apartment is. So like, I think it kind of evens out in that way. But
That's what we had said was parking and paying a little bit less in rent.
Yeah.
Were our two thoughts for that.
Many women always smell pleasant, like noticeably
Smell
pleasant. In comparison, guys either smell bad or neutral. Is this an active choice to always smell good? Do you try and make yourself smell noticeably good all the time?
You're just like they're thinking like
definitely
I'm
children.
smelling good. I'm smelling good.
I'm not even sure. I don't think
I actually have a hot take for this one because
Whoa.
I was thinking
Hot
about it.
take
Well, because I was
coming
thinking
in.
about it, and sometimes like I'm lazy, and like if I'm getting ready for the day and I need to be really quick, like I put things out on my counter because if I don't put like certain hair or face products out, I won't use them because I'll forget about them. But the one thing that I can have put away and I know I will always use it is my deodorant because that's just something that I'm just like, I don't want to be smelly. And then I was like, am I just like actively like the worst thing I could be during the day is smelly? Because I just like, why is that the one thing that I can like put away and I know I'll always do it? Is like I'll always put deodorant on. So like, I guess I'm
It's your fear of being smelly.
I
Fear of being
guess. I guess,
stinky?
I don't want to be stinky.
Internalized stink phobia.
Yeah, I think it was because my mom was a cigarette smoker, so I always smelled like cigarettes when I was like going to school. Like cigarettes and her perfume, she'd spray on me in the car, and I'm like, this doesn't help. So like, I'm like, I got to make sure. I mean, I guess you wouldn't smell like cigarettes if you put deodorant on either way, but I'm just like, I don't want to smell.
Yeah.
So yeah,
smelling.
I'm actively not trying to smell.
Yeah.
Actively.
Matt, how do you manage your smell?
I just don't smell. I just don't smell.
Deodorant, cologne,
Yeah.
shower.
I don't wear a lot of
hair
deodorant.
gel. No deodorant.
No, I wear deodorant. I don't wear a lot of cologne.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of scent stuff makes me like break out like hives and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
So I can't use like.
Have
A
you
lot of
had-
people
yeah.
will use like in their laundry detergent and stuff like really fragrant stuff. I feel like a lot of people do that.
makes me really itchy.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
do any of that. Like scents on stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I've gotten really, really, really into like smells, like in a big way.
Like
Candles.
I was gonna say you're a candle girl now.
Candle girl.
Candle girl. How many candles do you have? 300.
Well-
Wow, that's a lot.
I need to go buy a candle like today after work.
Because
Well,
you're
I
not-
only have
need
one
to.
right now.
Wow.
I only have one.
How many do you need to survive?
Probably like ideally we're talking 4.
Where are you getting your candle?
Okay, so I really
Loaded question.
Like, this
apparently.
was a big question.
my little sister worked at a candle store.
Okay.
So shout out
you're
Rosy
picky.
Rings.
So you're picky.
yeah. So
That's what you're
ideally, this is a bummer that I didn't get them in Denver because ideally I would have gone to Rosy Rings and picked up like 4, carried them through security.
100?
They always
Yeah.
have to wipe them down. They're always
Yep.
scared about the candles. So I don't know. Where do you guys get your candles?
It's because they look like bombs under the security thing. That's why.
Yeah.
I learned when I brought a candle through a carry-on.
I guess
like,
with the wick.
you have to take it out. It's the glycerin in the wax
Also in
or
bombs.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, also in bombs. But if you actually just take them out of your carry-on and put them in the tray, then they don't do anything to them. They're just like, oh, whatever.
Oh, then they see it and they're like, oh, it's a candle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do that next time. But where do you guys get? Where do you recommend the candles? I mean,
I love for my like candles that I'm gonna light a lot, Target, because they have really good like $10 or $12 candles.
Yeah.
And then when I want to be bougie, I have this one candle that I really like that's like $40, which is more than I've ever spent on a candle before. But these two twin sisters that I worked with at Sprinkles started a candle company.
That's
And
cute.
so I've been supporting their small business scent. It's called Dyad. Their candles smell really, really good. And they're really beautiful vessels. So like when the candle's dead, I scoop out the end of it and put stuff in it. So it looks nice.
All your cups are candle vessels.
Yeah, that's what you're going to drink and eat out of at my house. Yeah. But their candles last a really long time. But like really nice candles, I don't light that often.
Yeah.
But I feel like with cats, you kind of have to light a lot.
I do essential
I light
oils.
candles all the time.
Yeah. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode. I usually feel like my best self when I am hanging out with friends, enjoying a good meal, and maybe watching something cute on the TV. When you're at your best, you feel like you can do great things, but sometimes life gets you bogged down and you may feel overwhelmed or like you're not showing up in the way you want to. And that's why working with a therapist is really important. Here at You Can Sit With Us, we absolutely love therapy. It's nice to have someone to bounce ideas off of, someone who is totally a third party. It just makes it a little easier to deal with your personal relationships and all the other stressful things going on in the world. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient and flexible, it's affordable, and what's nice is it's entirely online. You don't have to go sit in a waiting room. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/sitwithus today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sitwithus.
Oh, you do essential oil, you said?
Yeah.
Like
diffuser.
spray or like diffusing? Oh, okay, yeah. I also like diffusing.
Yeah.
I like to have 18 things running. Diffusing, candles.
Competing scents.
Yeah, body oil.
Rainie's going to have asthma like by the end of the year.
Competing scents.
Yeah, I really like the candles from Anthropology. They're also expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They smell so good. And you can get really big ones. And I'm just like obsessed. But I will go to Target and buy like my day-to-day candles. But I'll have like one big Anthropology candle that's just like.
They just look so pretty too. Like it's decor.
Yeah.
You know, when it's not.
There was
being
one
lit.
huge candle store in West Hollywood where I used to live called Candle Delirium.
Delirium.
You would recommend?
Yeah. I mean, you go in and it's like you're like hit with scent, which I feel is what you're looking for.
It is.
But isn't it like after like 4 scents, your nose just like can't tell?
That's
Like
sniffing
if you're
coffee
sniffing,
beans.
yeah. If you gotta like cleanse your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have like a body wash, journey? No. Going from Suave?
I literally
Body
have
wash
like
journey.
the
Body
Dove
wash
Deep
journey.
Nourishing, and that's what I stick
Yeah.
to. I know people say like the
Really?
Dove is like they're like it's not cleaning. I saw something on TikTok. Of
I
course,
saw that exact
was
same
like,
one.
It's not a soap. It's not cleaning your body, and I'm like, what have I been doing wrong?
I don't know. I saw that same
You're
one.
like, why do I feel clean then?
Yeah, I'm like, am I dirty? Like, but I still use it. So I just use like a Dove body wash.
Oh, yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Keith uses Dove because he's very sensitive. And I just use Dial.
You use Dial?
I use Dial.
Old
Wow.
school.
Yeah.
I was not
The old
expecting that
school.
answer.
I'm very sensitive in my little pitties.
Oh.
And so it needs to be like very like clean and not have a lot of stuff in it. And Dial's just like antibacterial.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll use like a scented body wash because I like scents.
Yeah,
And
that's
like
what
you,
I
I like
was
scents.
picturing you with
Yeah.
like sort of a anthro.
Oh no,
wash.
it's just that Whole Foods 365 like mango. Mango smell.
mangoes in the
I like
shower.
it. Well, I saw it also on TikTok. A girl was talking about layering like your scents so that you could have like a lingering nice smell all day. And she said to use a body wash that was a similar scent profile to your lotion.
Oh,
And I do
smart.
use that. That is where I spend. I skip spending money in the shower and I spend money on my lotion. And so I have like a Osea lotion that's
Yeah.
so nice, and it
smells like
smells like mango and like oranges, and I love it.
Yeah. My commencement address in college was the woman was just like, what I really remember was she was like, moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. I think about that all the time. One piece of advice, always moisturize.
You graduated college and she said,
That's
don't
what-
forget to moisturize. And you're like, thank you. I spent a lot
You're
of
like,
money.
wow, I
on
already
that."
look old.
Yeah.
So do you moisturize then?
I try, but it's a part-time job to be
Yeah, it
moisturizing
really
that
It
much.
is hard to
Yeah.
moisturize.
It takes forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just am like get out of the shower and I'm like, oh. I already did the cleaning.
You know what one I've gotten back onto? I haven't used it since high school, but it's the Neutrogena like in shower body oil. Oh. And you use it like you just like kind of
The moisturize.
You towel off and then you put the oil on. And you're supposed to be damp when you put it on, so it doesn't feel like
I'd be into that because I feel like I'm always damp when I put my lotion on anyway because I'm like I can't I'm like it's already a task. I already did the whole shower. Like it's like I don't enjoy showers. Like
Me either.
It's a task.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do, but like most of the time I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. Like I have
gotta shower again.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, whatever.
You should put on a podcast.
It's hard to hear. I have
When you're
tried
in
to
the
do that.
shower.
I need to get one of those like in shower speakers because trying to hear the outside of it, it's like I can't do it. I don't enjoy showers.
Matt, do you listen to the tripod in the shower?
No, I don't.
Okay. Rude.
But Eugene,
Matt's never listened to a
I'm gonna cut
tripod in his life.
Eugene listens to podcasts always when he gets ready, like in the shower, everything. Yeah, he always has a podcast on when he's getting ready.
Yeah, what podcast do you listen to, Desiree?
I haven't really been listening to podcasts. I've been listening to audiobooks.
Oh, that's big. You were doing Harry Potter.
Yeah, so last year, last year I started my whole audiobook journey by listening to the whole Harry Potter series because I've seen all the books but I've never read it. Oh, okay. And I've just like never had time to.
I've seen all the movies.
I didn't catch that.
all the books.
I've seen all the movies, but I've never read the books.
Yeah.
And I like was really trying to read them, but I just like can never get myself to read. So I started listening to audiobooks because I drive from the west side to Burbank every day.
Oh yeah, you've got
and then like when I'm like doing stuff around the office, I'll have my headphones in and listen to it. So I listened to all of those, and then I just started listening to audiobooks, and I haven't stopped. Like my Spotify Wrapped, my time went way down on music because I'm just like always listening to, like I listen to books when I get ready, listen to books on my drive, I listen to books when I'm at the office. Like,
so what are you listening to right now?
Yeah, what's your book?
I'm actually in between books. I think I'm starting, I don't remember what it's called, but I just had one get off of hold, and it's some like queer, I try to do a lot of like, I do like a queer young adult because I feel like I didn't have a lot of those as a kid.
Totally.
So like I'm like getting the books that I wanted as a child, as a little gay kid. So I'm like listening to a lot of like YA queer books and also like any vampire books. Like
I mean, obviously.
Yeah. So yeah, but I did just listen to one that's called like Merry Little Meet Cute, which was like, it was a straight couple. They're both bi though, but I was so into it because it was like a porn star was like trying to like be like a regular, like trying to like do like a normal movie situation. It was kind of like a Hallmark movie, and her co-star was like a bad boy that was like in a boy band. But like nobody knew she was a porn star, but he did because he was subscribed to her like OnlyFans type of thing. So
Modern
and she was
romance.
obsessed with him because he was in this boy band that she was obsessed with. So it was like, and it was also like in Vermont. But it was a very much like, it was like a holiday.
All on brand for you, huh?
Yeah, it was very much like a holiday like thing, and it was very cute, but also like kind of production-y. But like it was very nice. I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Wait, what did you think of Harry Potter?
Oh, I loved it. I loved Harry Potter. It gave me so much like background of things I was like, oh, that makes sense now. Like, like just a lot more background that I was like, oh. And then like when I would do it, I'd watch the movies at the same time. Like I would listen to it and then I'd watch the movies, and I like to be able to see what the differences were between the book and the movie. It's like really, I like to see the differences. Like I know, like anytime, like I would like re-listen to Twilight too, and I like watched the movies right after, and I was like, oh, I did the same thing with Hunger Games last year, and I don't know, a few others, but like I really like listening to the books and then watching the movies and see what was like different.
I love book to movie. That's almost all of my shelf is like books that are either going to become movies or are movies.
Yeah.
I love
What do you think the
them.
best conversion is? Or what was one that you were repulsed by?
Well, The Notebook kind of freaked me out because they don't.
What?
Spoiler alert! They don't die at the end of The Notebook.
Oh,
They
That
just
was freaky,
they just
not
have
dying.
sex. So like, if as somebody read the book, you're watching, you're like, what the hell? I think the other. I'm only going to do Nicholas Sparks movies. I read a lot of Nicholas Sparks as a kid because I read the books that my mom and grandma gave me. But A Walk to Remember is completely different book-wise than it is from the movie.
does she also not die?
No, she dies. She dies. She doesn't make it. She doesn't make it. But there's a lot of stuff about Christmas in it.
Interesting.
So that one. I just remember a lot of Christmas. I don't know what I think the worst
50 Shades of Grey, your favorite?
book. Oh, I did read 50 Shades of Grey, the first one.
What'd you think?
That was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny.
It was funny. It was like, I mean, it's very poorly written. Like, it's like hard to read if you're also reading a book by someone who writes, professionally.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was hard.
Yeah.
But I feel like the movie was pretty true to how the first book was.
I didn't read it.
I don't know.
One of the ones you guys probably don't know this, but one of those series that I reread because I read it as a kid and then I guess I re-listened. And I listened to it. They just like it's called Vampire Academy, and it just
Wait,
Becky's
Becky!
obsessed. Becky's obsessed.
I love it. I forgot about this. I've been telling Matt to watch the Vampire Academy
She has.
show
I haven't
on
watched
Peacock
it.
for months.
But that's the thing. So I like just re-listened to the whole series, and I was so excited for the show. And the show is not set up
So
like the books
different.
at all. It is so different. Devin also read like Vampire Academy.
Oh, okay.
So I would like listen to it every day, and then I would talk to her about it, and then we'd watch the show, and we'd be like, "This was so different." And Devin is so good. Like I don't even remember the last time she read the book, but she remembers everything that happens.
yeah.
I'm not like that. I don't remember what's happening unless I read the book recently. But like we were just getting mad every time we watched. I still liked the Vampire Academy. I'd keep watching the series on Peacock. Like I hope it gets renewed.
I hope it gets renewed too.
Yeah,
it
but-
grew on me. The first couple episodes, I was like, I don't know about this because I didn't read the books, but I watched.
Yeah.
the original movie was.
Well, the original movie was way better with the book.
Okay.
But it also just wasn't that great of a movie.
Yeah.
Like I like the movie, but like I understand why it flopped.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like this series is like the new Peacock series is like they're like bringing things in from like 8 book, like way different. It's not in the
okay.
same order, and it's like not in the setup in the world. Is way
Inspired
different.
by.
Inspired
Yeah,
by.
it's very much inspired
It's an
by.
inspired
than-
by.
I heard they're
yeah.
doing that with the new season of Shadow and Bone that they smushed 2 books together for the second season.
Oh.
Smushed it. So I don't know if people are gonna. I didn't read that book.
I didn't read that
series.
either.
Did you watch the show? I haven't seen it yet, but I think I might.
I like the show. I really like Ben Barnes.
That's
I
good,
think
yeah.
he is so cute. He is a cutie patootie. Yeah, but I thought the show was pretty good. I thought it was like a good. I mean, it's a YA magic show.
Yeah.
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 YA. It's sort of like Game of Thrones, but like for kids. No.
I think there's more. I mean, I guess I never really watched Game of Thrones. I feel like there's more magic in Shadow and Bone.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
it's
way
like
more
like
magic.
for real magic.
Yeah, it's magic.
Oh.
Magic
Not like
is
fantasy.
established. Yeah.
Yeah.
As like a thing. But I like things where they do like world building. Like Vampire Academy, I feel like does good world building.
Escape.
Yeah.
Escapism.
One book or one movie I'm really looking forward to that I read as a book is the Hunger Games prequel.
Oh,
I listened to
Oh.
that book and it was so good. I'm so excited for the movie coming out. It's like I think it's going to be this fall, maybe.
I think so. Yeah, Rachel Zegler's in it from
Yeah.
West Side Story, and I
Yes.
think she's just the most
Yeah, and the
talented
cast seems amazing.
little thing I've ever seen.
And the book was so like I really enjoyed the book.
Ooh, exciting.
And I will say for Hunger Games, they did a pretty good job at keeping the book and the movies like pretty similar.
Synced up.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you have to answer a new old question that when I went on Guilty Pleasures for Hunger Games, Kelsey and I got burned in the comments. Oh. Are you Team Gail or Team PETA?
Okay, I remember because you posted a story about it.
I did.
And I was like, Becky, what the heck? Because I mean, Gail is hot. I will give you that. Gail is hot, but
Yeah.
like her and PETA just really go through it. And like
Yes.
Gail killed her sister.
Oh, spoiler alert, number 1.
Okay,
he
yeah,
committed
sorry.
one more crime.
Yeah.
One more crime.
But okay, but you did make a good point in saying like her and PETA just trauma bonded.
yeah, that's kind of my thought on it is that they were like, so I'm going off of the movies, not the books, because
Yeah.
that's what we were there to talk about was the movies.
Yep,
I haven't reread the books in a long time, so I can't speak to that. But in the movies, I had just watched all of them. PETA and Katniss are like they do not want to be together at all. Like she does not care about him at all in the movies. And it just seems so weird when you get this CGI'd PETA and she's like, I love him. And you're like, what? What? Is it only because you've almost seen each other die and you almost killed yourselves together? Like, where is
Yeah.
this bond coming from?
I once you said like they're just trauma bonded, I was like, yeah. Yeah, I agree. But
Gail is a war criminal. I will
yeah,
give you that.
Gail's a
He's
war criminal for sure.
War
War criminal.
Yeah, he definitely voted for war often.
But like, yeah, I feel. But also, if I was Katniss, I think I would have picked PETA too. I would have said, Gail, you had one job.
That's true.
You had one job to
One
keep my
job.
family safe, and you did the opposite.
That is true. But if PETA hadn't been brainwashed, they probably wouldn't have gone as hard into the war as they did. And then maybe Gail wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So maybe it was actually
But it's not PETA's fault for being brainwashed because she
Maybe it
told
was
them,
PETA's fault.
She told them to get PETA out of the ring, and they chose her instead of
That's
PETA,
true.
and she was pissed. She just wanted to save PETA.
That's true.
I also hate that his name's PETA.
Yeah.
He's like saying it. I'm like, PETA.
Peter Malak.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Desiree, we absolutely loved this. You can
So
come back
fun.
anytime you want and sit with us. Where can the people find you?
They can find
Besides
me.
Raya.
Besides Raya. Yeah.
They can find me on Instagram at Desiree Hurlbutt.
Love.
But yeah, that's where I am.
So go ahead, follow the amazing rugby journey.
Yeah, you can follow the Santa Monica women's rugby team too, because that's where I'll be posting my games and all that fun stuff. And if you want to play rugby, you should play rugby. Not even just for Santa Monica, just in general. It's really fun. You make friends.
Rugby advocate.
Try sports.
Yeah.
Try them
Try sports.
in the Tri Zone.
Yeah. Well, guys, this was wonderful. We will see you next time. Thank you so much for listening to us. As always, wash your hands, wear a mask, get vaccinated for all the things you need to do. Pee after sex, be nice to people, tip your service workers. And I think that's it.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.